to my channel. My name's Katrina and this is Create Something Pretty. Today we're going to be talking about all the dresses. I'm going to tell you about an experience that I had just recently, and I think I need a little bit of help, maybe a little bit of persuasion. I need some direction and I would really love it if you would help me out. So I just wanted to tell you about the experience that I had just last week, and I needed to buy a dress to wear to this wedding. Now, the wedding's dress code was classified as semi-formal / cocktail. And I discovered in my 3 hours that I had to shop for this dress that just about every shop you go into has a different take on what that means. And someone who doesn't shop very often for dresses, I make most of my dresses, it was not an easy thing to do, I've got to say. I don't actually go out a whole lot, so I didn't know what was classified as dressy enough for this wedding. I had an idea in my head. I didn't know if that matched reality, but in the end I did actually choose something appropriate, so thank goodness. But I just wanted to go through this, so hopefully you'll find it interesting. So the first shop that I went into, sounds like the little pigs. The first shop I went into, she was incredibly helpful. She was the best help that I could have had, and I do have photos of the dresses that I tried on. I may take my face out because I don't know that it was not a good look. So yes, so the first place I went into, they had a couple of dresses that I really liked, and the sales assistant was fantastic. She brought me out accessories, she brought me out dresses she thought would suit me, and yeah, she was really good. I didn't buy anything from that shop, which I feel a bit bad about because she did such an amazing job. So the two dresses that I did find, I'll put pictures in of these. One was a green crossover dress. I think it was like a linen. It felt a bit stiffer and it was lined. It had the crossover and it had puffy sleeves. My biggest concern was I have this tummy that I've never had to dress up before. Didn't know how to do that, how to take the focus away from those bits that I didn't like. And she showed me this dress and I really quite like this one. I felt very comfortable in it, and as if it was more me. But then she showed me this other dress, and it was a shirt dress with a more of a bold sort of print. And I'm not a very bold person, I'm going to say. I like print, I like color, but I don't know if I like big bold designs. So I actually really like the way that dress looked. Only thing is, I'm not sure if it was dressy enough for the event, though at the same time I still wasn't sure what was appropriate. So I was trying to figure that out. So I wanted to have a think about it, and I did this stupid thing of sending the photos to my partner. Don't do that. It's not a good idea. Unless your partner's really good with these sorts of things, don't do that. So yeah, I did that, and so that kind of put me off it, and I had to think about it. I had my own opinions, and then he's in my head as well, which was not helpful. I'm not going to put any photos in of this shop because I don't have any, and I'm not going to name any of these stores. But the next store had beautiful dresses. I got no service. They were very expensive dresses for a shop where you get no service. I was quite surprised. Then the next store I went into, I got too much service. And the dresses I tried on, I do have photos of these, felt like they were not me at all. I did not like any of them. So yeah, I end up just leaving, though it would have been good if I had had less service. They just let me do more what I wanted, because they did have some really nice things to put over a dress in that shop, but unfortunately I left because I was getting too much service. And then I ended up going to another shop that actually brought out a dress that was, I'll see if I can find a picture of this dress, because it was like next level cocktail. So I've got to say, after that experience, I left and I had a little meltdown. I've got to say, with the time pressure on top of this and having 3 different opinions of what this means, I was just overwhelmed. I had to be ready by 2 o'clock that day. I had to 12 o'clock to get out of that shop. So I managed to get out. I bought nothing. It was just, yeah, That was not good. So I came home and pulled out of my wardrobe this dress. And this is one that I made a few years ago. This is by Paper Cut Patterns. I think it's a celestial dress. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's a celestial dress. It is this one. So this is what I end up wearing. And it is a very long dress with lots of tiers. And I wore this with a belt. Just a belt around here just to bring it in, because I need to create that waist, because my waist is no longer defined. So I just wore this dress and I actually felt really good. For the first time I actually really felt like me. It was appropriate. The wedding, even though it was classed as cocktail and semi-formal, the men were not wearing ties. They were all wearing jackets. Apparently everyone else knew this dress code except for us. It was not what I would have called cocktail, though everyone looked great, I gotta say. Not, you know, everyone looked fabulous. We just didn't understand what that meant. And it turns out a lot of other people don't seem to know what that means. And yeah, so we were not alone at all. So yeah, I was wearing something probably dressier than some other people, probably not as dressy as others. So it was fully appropriate. I wore it with a nice pair of shoes. The only thing I wasn't keen on is I didn't have a jacket to wear with it. I had a little cardigan. That's all I had. So I just made do with what I had because I was having a meltdown. And I just had a nice jacket to put over, and it did actually rain all day. So I really did need that jacket. So yeah, I'll see if I can get some photos in of me wearing it. If not, I'll just put a picture of me in actually wearing this dress. That's all on my Instagram. We did not take photos. We've got a bad habit of forgetting to take photos. So that is what we did. The wedding was fabulous, by the way. The speeches were the funniest speeches I've ever heard. It was the best wedding. The bride was absolutely stunning. So yeah, so that's the wedding that we went to. So I had these experiences prior to this event that I now have to go to. Now, I feel like I have learnt a lot. I now have more of an idea of what semi-formal and cocktail is, and this event I'm sure has a bit more of a broader description. And some of you probably know I'm talking about Frocktails. I don't know what to wear. And the thing is, I have to make a dress. So yeah, so let's get into the dresses. I would really love it if you guys could help me choose a dress, or at least give me an idea of what is appropriate. I've never been to Frocktails before. This is my first ever one. I am nervous. I'm nervous about going to the city without actually going to an event like this and having to make a dress prior to it. So I have actually all week been looking at dress patterns. I'm at this stage where I think I've just been obsessing over it. I just need to make something. So that's where I'm at the moment. I do have some fabrics here that I have in mind that I may use. I really like this one. This is probably my favorite. I am not opposed to buying fabric at the moment because I just can't get out at the moment because I've got my kids with me and I'm not taking them to Spotlight. There's no way known. There's no other stores near me that are like nicer stores, and I don't think I can afford that anyway. So yeah, so these are some of the fabrics that I have. I also have this. This is one that I spoke about in my last video last week. I think I have about, I think there's about 320 or 350. I don't think it's quite 350 of this fabric. This one I think I have closer to, actually I think I measured it. I think this one's around 3 meters. It's a decent amount of fabric. And then there's this one, which I'm putting it next to the others. I feel like it looks a little bit more casual. I'm not sure if it's the dressiest of fabric. So they're all rayons. But this one I think is a bit more a fabric that would cross over, that after the event I could also wear it as just a casual dress. And ideally that is what I would like to have, something that I can still wear. Considering you go to that much effort, I don't want to wear it that once and then not wear it again. And I do like all these fabrics, so I would like to get the best use out of them. So some of my requirements for my dress for Frocktails, I am very aware that there are going to be photos at Frocktails, and I am no longer in love with my arms. So I would like a little bit of coverage, at least of my upper arms. I don't mind showing chest area. I don't have a problem with that. I don't want any little openings around my tummy or my sides. No one needs to see that. And so I'm a bit aware as well that it's in November, and our weather here in Melbourne, it can be hot or it can be cold. Today is a really not so good day. It's very overcast, so I'm kind of aware that I may need to wear something that's better for wet weather, that you don't know what's going to happen. So I'm going to run through these patterns and let me know which one you think might suit me better. I bought this pattern yesterday because I have had this in my head for ages. This is the Atelier Jupe Alana dress, and I just really like this since it came out. But since buying it, and I've had a better look at it, what I thought it was, I kind of had an idea that this was like the way she's standing. It looks like it's more of a wrap dress, but it's not. This is just a V-neck. I don't know if anyone else thought that or if it was just me. I knew when I bought it that it wasn't. I did actually notice it before I purchased it, but I just think it's a really pretty style, and I love the sleeves, and I love the skirt on it, and I love mostly the belt. It has like a belt detail. I'm just going to pause for a second because there's a long while I started. You can have this middle section plain, or what she's got on there is quite, it's got tucks all the way through it. And this style has an elasticated back. There's a plain one that also has elasticated back, and then there's a variation that the channels go all the way through the front, so its front and back is elasticated. I like the one with the tucks, so I'm going to have a look and see how difficult that is. I am actually trying to avoid zippers because I'm lazy. I don't want that battle at the moment. I just feel a bit too stressed to be taking on anything that's too difficult. So that is what I'm planning to, this is what I'm planning to make. I haven't actually cut it out or anything. I just put together the PDF last night, so that's as far as I've gotten so far. I abandoned this. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, that's the first one. This is the Atelier Jupe Alana dress with the long sleeves and the long skirt. This is a really, really pretty dress. So I'm going to go through all these quite briefly. I will list them in the description box below if you want more details on them, and I usually add links as well so you can go straight to them. So there's quite a few patterns here, so I don't want to go into too much detail. So the next dress that I have been thinking about is one that I bought quite recently, and it's this Itch to Stitch Camillus dress. Hopefully I said that right. I've been checking it out on Instagram to see if I think it looks dressy enough. But I really like the body here. I like this sleeve and this bodice. I feel like this is a style that I could wear a lot. I feel like it's not too dressy, and it depends on the fabric as to how much you do it up. I really like it. I feel like it's really a me style, and it would suit my shape. This actually has another length here. I think if I made it for a more formal event, I'd go the longer version. It has that little crossover neck detail. It's the pictures on Instagram, some of them look quite dressy, so I don't know if it's like proper formal, but being Frocktails, I'm pretty sure you can wear whatever you want, though I think I would prefer to be a little bit dressy. So I don't want to be crazy over the top, but I do want to look dressed up. So that's the second dress by Itch to Stitch. This is the Camillus dress. So these are two dresses that I would really like to make even if I wasn't going to Frocktails. So I sort of feel like making them would be practical. So yeah, I really like those ones. I have brought out some of the more, you see a lot of people make them for formal events and they look really nice and dressy. This is one that I considered as well. This is the Elegy from Closet Core. Some of these dresses take up a lot of fabric. I was actually looking at that and considering how much I would have to buy. And some of these, I think one of these is, I think it's this version. It takes about 4.5 meters of fabric. It's a lot. It's a lot. I would probably have to go out and buy something to, if anything needs that amount. The Alana actually takes up a lot more than I expected it to as well. So hopefully I can, yeah, make it fit. So this is, yeah, the Elodie by Closet Core. This is a really classic wrap style dress. It does need fabric because it's cut out that sleeve pattern. So this bit here, that is cut out as one piece, so it takes up a lot of fabric to do that. I believe it does have a seam running through the back so that you can fit a bit more out of your, get a bit more out of your fabric. But yeah, it's a pretty big piece to be cutting out. So that is another one, but it always looks, on everyone who I've seen on Instagram, regardless of size, shape, figure, it looks fabulous on everybody. So I feel like that's another great one for a very stylish event. Now this is a classic that I think I've seen made over and over again. I've had this for years and I still haven't made it. I really do need to make this. This is it's a very old printout, by the way. I've had it for ages. This is the Magnolia. I get the Maya Sodas and the Magnolia. I mix this up with the other Deer and Doe pattern. This, I actually like this one because of, is it this one? The sleeves appear to be straighter. I don't know if that's just me. I just like a simple sleeve, not so much the puffiness. And I actually really like this as well. It does take up a lot of fabric again. So this is it's really pretty. Like it's just a real classic. It has a split in the skirt, which just makes it look really stylish, and I feel like it gives that really long sort of slimming and lengthening effect, which is good for someone who's 5'3". So my only consideration, like, I like this sleeve, I would actually like to do that, but if it's going to be hot, because it does get, when it gets hot here, it gets really hot, maybe this would be more practical. So I don't know, I'm so undecided. I'm running out of time. So, and I also have two more patterns here that I've pulled out. Now, I did have a couple of So Over It patterns that I've had in my stash for a long time, and after trying on that wrap dress, the green one, I do like how wrap dress looks on me. I think it's quite a flattering look. This is the Eve dress by So Over It, and I kind of thought of this one because of that. It's been, apparently everyone who makes it looks really nice on them. And it has also this straight sleeve option. I like that. So I actually like both of them, but I kind of feel like I want straight sleeves for some reason. I think I'm getting a bit over this whole puffy sleeve on me in particular. So yeah, that's a So Over It Eve dress. This is another classic that a lot of people pick out. And it just looks, it seems to look great on everybody who makes it. And then I have this one. This is Orchidee. I know I'm just rattling these off. This is a I probably have said this wrong. Orchidee dress by Deer and Doe. This is a really pretty dress. It does require what they call it. They call it rat's tail, which I hadn't heard of before. It's actually just the elastic. It's like an elastic thing you can get to do, because it has little buttons here and it goes around the buttons. It's like little loops that go around those buttons. I've actually had to do that before on my, what is it called? I'm looking at it over there. What are you called? I'll put the picture in of me wearing it. I love that dress. I don't think it's the best shape on me. I cannot think of the name of it, so I'll have to put the picture in and the name. I did do my own little button loops on that one, and it was really hard to do without the right products, I've got to say. But yeah, this one is really pretty. It does have the puffier sleeves, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, I've had enough. I love how they look on everyone, but for me, I think I don't really want to be doing too many more of those. And I love the big straight skirt, and there's no tears or anything. This is quite full, takes up a lot of fabric yet again. So I'm finding most of these patterns need between 3.5 to 4.5 meters of fabric, which is like a lot. So that's all the PDF patterns that I've pulled out that I'm considering. That they're the ones that I have been looking at the most. Now I have some of the big four patterns that I have been considering making. This first one that I'm about to show you, I think I am leaning towards this one. I'm not 100%, I'm like about 90. I'm not sure. So this is Vogue 9253. I've had this in my stash for a long time, and I did my Google search, and this looked great on everybody. It just really looked great. It's just a really nice big deep V. I would bring the V up a bit for me. I don't think I would want it that quite that deep. And it just has the belt. It's very simple sort of skirt, has the tucks at the front and the belt. It does have a zipper. That's the only thing putting me off. I was hoping to not have to do a zipper. I just love the sleeve. This just looks great on everybody. I measured out the length on this one. I was thinking the whole time I was going to have to do this long one, and when I measured the length on myself, I think view A actually comes up a normal maxi to midi length on me, so I could probably get away with view A and use less fabric, which is fabulous. So I really like that. I think it's a really pretty dress, but it's very oldie, and I don't know if I want to do something that has been around a while or whether I should do something more new. It's just, I don't know. I did also look at this one. This is Vogue 9053. I love that this is a little bit more fitted. I love the big skirt on this as well, but I don't think I would ever wear this again anywhere. This would be just a dressy going out dress, and I have done dressy things. This is probably the first time in maybe 10 years I've had 2 things in 1 year, so I would never wear it again. So I don't know if it's worth going to all that effort. I have seen there's versions of this on Instagram in normal like casual styles as well, so there is that. So yeah, it does have a zip at the back, some line drawings there as well. I know line drawings does help you to sort of see it a little bit better. So yeah, that's the other one I've been considering. I do have this other classic Vogue pattern that I still haven't made yet, and I just think this is a great opportunity for me to actually make something I have. Yeah, so this is Vogue 9311, and this was a real classic. It was really popular a few years back. There's no zips or anything in this one. It's pulled at the back with a ribbon to bring it in to give it some more shape. I do like that there's no zip. This is very simple. It doesn't use a huge amount of fabric. The long version B in my size, 150 centimeter wide fabric, uses up 3.6 meters of fabric. If you had the more narrow fabric, it does use up a lot more. So yeah, I like the sleeves on this, just the fact that it has the sleeves. I would do this version here with the sleeves, not so much this one. And I would consider actually doing this bodice with this skirt, so just to use up less fabric. But I do like the idea of having some sort of a sleeve there at least. So that's Vogue 9311. So that is one I was very much leaning towards making. So now we're down to my patterns that I don't yet have. I have a list here of patterns that I had a look on the Simplicity Australia website. All Vogue patterns, and I'll put pictures up for the first one because I don't have the pictures in front of me. Is a Vogue 2025. It's got a cutout with a halter necktie. This one has 2 views. I believe one is shorter, and I think one might not have a different sleeve. I'm trying to do this from memory. One of them has a really big, like a flutter sleeve. I really liked that version, and it has the halter, so the string pulls through the center front at the bodice and goes up to the neck and ties around the back of the neck, giving it that really different detail. I really liked that dress. I think that was really, really pretty, though I was a bit unsure as to how comfortable that halter neck would be. I remember wearing halter neck bathers as a child, and I always hated how that felt on my neck. I do love how that dress looks though. It has that little cutout at the bottom. I might be able to deal with that. I don't know, it depends on how complicated it is to make. I don't have the pattern in front of me to actually have a really good look at it, but I do like the way that one looks. I also liked the V1981, which has tucks across the body in red velvet. I think that is a really beautiful dress. I think the tucks would help to hide bits you don't want to see, though these models are very, very slim, and the dresses fit them really well. I don't know if it would look the same on me if I saw a model the same size as me. So yeah, it does make me wonder if this is actually suitable for me. There is also this other one which is quite similar, similar but different. This is Vogue 1968. This is an orange dress and has tucks and long sleeves. There's another view with leopard print, and this one, yeah, has those same sort of tucks, which is, I think it's just really nice feature. It looks really pretty. Now there's another Vogue. It has a deep V and loads of gathers. It's Vogue 1953. I think this is an absolutely beautiful dress as well. And also Vogue 1934. This style, this is a little bit different. I have seen a lot of these in the retail stores when I was out shopping last week. The floral detail is absolutely beautiful. That is very similar to the dresses that I was seeing in the shop that I did not get any service. Yes, it was a different experience. The next one is Simplicity. We're up to the different brands of Simplicity 3001. This is fairly new. Now this one has lots of gathers, and I think it would depend on the fabric as to what you would, how it would turn out. So the next one is McCall's 8507. View B or C. I'm not sure about the halter neck, whether that would be uncomfortable at all. And then we've got S9885, which has one shoulder with cutouts. Now, I would love to be able to wear that. I'm very unsure about the cutouts. I've seen a lot of these swim style patterns have something similar to this as well. Yeah, I really like that dress. And also there's McCall's 8405. I love the sleeve, but not sure about the stitching on the body. This is a very cute dress. I really like the actual dress. I love the sleeves. I love the silhouette. I'm not sure about that stitching though. That's not quite something that I really want to be wearing. Maybe about, I don't know, 20 years ago I might have worn that, but at the moment I don't really know that I want to be wearing that now. Yes, I don't think that's me. So yeah, that is all of the dresses. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate you being here, and I would really love to know if you could write in the comments which dress you like the best, which one you think was suited to me the best, or maybe it's just the dress that you'd like me to make up. Ideally, I think I'll be going with something that's not too hard to make. Yeah, and try and get it finished and made on time, because I would actually like to make a jacket or something to go with it as well. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.